Lights, camera, action.
What if the most talented person in your organization is someone you've never bothered to notice? Not because they're hiding, but because somewhere along the way, your organization decided what talent is supposed to look like. The right resume, the right educational background, the right connections, the right gender, the right race, the right seat at the table. But talent doesn't always arrive the way organizations expect it to. Sometimes, it's already sitting inside the room, waiting for someone to finally recognize it. Today's workplace cinema isn't simply about three extraordinary women who helped NASA reach the stars. It's about something much closer to home. The people our workplaces overlook, and what becomes possible when we finally give them the opportunity to fly. Welcome to the Office Ninja Podcast.
If the product of two terms is zero, then common
those gentlemen all the time.
Those boys are the best we got.
There is no bathroom. There are no colored bathrooms in this building.
What do you ladies do for NASA?
Calculate your trajectories, launch and landing.
Today's featured movie is Hidden Figures. Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, Mary Jackson. Three brilliant women working at NASA during America's race to space. They had the intelligence, they had the capability, they had the determination. What they didn't always have was access. And that's where today's workplace conversation begins. Because organizations spend enormous amounts of time asking, where can we find great talent? But maybe there's another question we should be asking. What if the talent is already here and we're the ones standing in its way? Potential doesn't need permission to exist.
Mary, a person with engineer's mind should be an engineer. You can't be a computer the rest of your life.
Mary Jackson already had the mind of an engineer. The problem wasn't her capability. The problem was that the system didn't recognize her as one. And that distinction matters. Because organizations sometimes confuse opportunity with potential. We assume that because someone hasn't been given the opportunity to lead, that they aren't leadership material. Because someone hasn't held a certain position, that they aren't ready for it. Because their resume doesn't follow the traditional path, that their potential must somehow be smaller. But potential exists long before someone gives it a title. Think about our workplaces today. There may be someone on your team right now doing work beyond their job description, solving problems nobody assigned them, helping colleagues without being asked, thinking 3 steps ahead, while everyone still sees only their current position. Great leaders notice those people. They don't simply ask, what is this employee's job? Instead, they ask, what could this person become? Her lesson: never confuse someone's current position with their future potential. Sometimes, leadership begins by seeing something in another person before they have learned to see it in themselves. Sometimes, the problem isn't the employee, it's the system.
Every time we have a chance to get ahead, they move the finish line.
I just follow the rules around here.
That's one of the most important workplace lines in this movie. Because Mary isn't asking for the standards to disappear. She's asking for a genuine opportunity to meet them. There's a difference. Organizations sometimes tell employees, work harder, develop yourself, take initiative, prove you're ready. But good HR and good leadership require us to ask another question. Have we actually created a system where the person can succeed? Because sometimes, poor performance isn't caused by lack of effort. Sometimes, the process is unnecessarily difficult. Sometimes, the information isn't accessible. Sometimes, development opportunities are offered only to the same familiar people. And sometimes, an employee keeps being told they're not ready while nobody gives them the experience required to become one. That's why inclusion isn't simply inviting different people into an organization. It's examining whether the systems inside that organization actually allow them to progress. Her lesson: before asking why someone isn't succeeding, ask whether you've unknowingly placed barriers between them and success. Great organizations don't lower standards, they remove unnecessary obstacles. Next, don't wait for change, prepare for it. Dorothy Vaughan sees something coming that everyone around her should probably fear: the IBM computer. A machine capable of performing calculations faster than human computers working at NASA. And Dorothy understands something incredibly relevant to today's workplace: that technology isn't going to wait until you're ready. So she decides to become ready first. She teaches herself Fortran. Then she teaches her team. And then the machine finally works.
That a girl.
It's such a simple moment. But look at what Dorothy actually did. She didn't spend her energy fighting technology. She learned it. She didn't protect knowledge so she could become indispensable. She shared it so her entire team could move forward. And suddenly, this movie from the 1960s feels remarkably current. Artificial intelligence, automation, digital transformation, new platforms, new skills. Every organization eventually encounters technology that changes how work gets done. The question isn't whether change is coming, it's whether we're preparing our people for it. And that's where Dorothy demonstrates something even more important than adaptability: leadership. She doesn't say, "I need to survive this change." Her actions say, "We're going to survive it together." And her lesson: don't make yourself indispensable by protecting what you know. Make yourself invaluable by helping others learn what comes next. And lastly, recognition means trusting people with the mission. Near the end of the movie, NASA faces one of its most important moments. The calculations for John Glenn's orbital mission have been produced by the new computer. But Glenn wants something else. He wants Katherine Johnson to verify them.
Let's get the girl to check the numbers. The smart one. I mean, she says they're good. I'm ready to go.
Think about how powerful that is. Earlier in the movie, Katherine struggles simply to be included. She isn't allowed into certain meetings. Information is withheld from her. Even something as basic as using the restroom becomes an obstacle. And eventually, an astronaut preparing to be launched into space trusts her calculations with his life. That's what real recognition looks like. Recognition isn't simply saying, "Good job." It's trust. It's responsibility. It's giving someone meaningful work because you believe in what they can do. And perhaps that's the greatest responsibility leaders have. Not merely identifying talent, but creating opportunities worthy of that talent. Because people don't grow simply because we tell them they have the potential. They grow when someone finally trusts them enough to use it. Her lesson: if you truly believe someone is capable, give them more than encouragement. Give them opportunity. Because recognition tells people they're good. Trust gives them the chance to prove it. And for this episode's Ninja Takeaway, maybe that's why Hidden Figures remains such a powerful workplace story. It's easy to look at Catherine, Dorothy, and Mary today and call them extraordinary. But here's the uncomfortable part. Their talent was extraordinary before anyone recognized it. Their intelligence didn't suddenly appear when they received an opportunity. Their capability wasn't created by a promotion. It was already there. And that should make every leader, every manager, and every HR profession ask, who are our hidden figures? Who keeps contributing without recognition? Who has outgrown the position they're placed? with? Who has an idea we've never bothered to hear? Who could become extraordinary if someone simply opened the door? Because talent is everywhere. Opportunity isn't. And perhaps one of the greatest responsibilities of leadership is making sure the two finally meet. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Workplace Cinema series under the Office Ninja Podcast. We were able to get a glimpse of answering the question why great organizations remove barriers instead of blaming people for them. And here's something I'd like you to take with you this week. Look around your workplace, not only at the people already succeeding, but at the people who haven't been given their moments yet. Someone may be waiting for training, for mentorship, for an opportunity, or simply for one leader to finally say, I see what you can become. Because great organizations don't just discover stars. They create workplaces where more people finally get the chance to shine. Until our next movie, work culture should never demand your personal space. Prioritize your inner peace. This is your Office Ninja.